Yes, you can overcome your anxiety. So just referring back to video 1, why did the young mum leave her 2 daughters and run away? Let me just introduce myself again. I'm Ian Bracegirdle, and I'm here to once again to talk about anxieties. So, what is anxiety, and why did that young mum run away? As it says here in the headline, snake phobia puts girls at risk. You may have heard my story about the young mum running away when she saw the python. If not, here it is again. She was walking along a crowded holiday resort promenade with her 2 daughters, aged 3 and 5. Seeing a man coming towards her with a camera and a python round his neck, she let go of the girls' hands, left them, and ran away in the opposite direction. Why? Simple. She was terrified. Her reaction to the python was so fearful that she could only flee and leave the girls. She had no control. Her reaction was totally irrational. It was a phobia that totally overwhelmed her. Many anxieties appear to be irrational because they don't fit in with other people's behaviour. Anxieties seem irrational, but they have their own logic. Each person who suffers an anxiety has a reason for doing so. It may be lost back in your early days, but it once had a reason. Some frightening event or events began this pattern of fearful, anxious behaviour. Your mind and body behave like this to help protect you from being scared and hurt again. A good reason. I'm just going to list a few anxieties and their possible causes. With many clients, it seems impossible to recall the root cause of an anxiety concern. It happened to you so far back in time that it is out of memory. With post-traumatic stress, of course, this is obviously not the case. OCD. With OCD, there seems to be no clear reason. It can run in families, and some evidence connects it to a deficiency of serotonin in the brain. For some people, a family cause may exist, either through learned behaviour, gained from watching another person expressing anxiety, or from a combination of heredity and influence. General anxiety, also known as GAD. This anxiety seems to come from a basic sense of fears of loss of control, inability to cope, failure, injury or disease, and even a sense of rejection. It tends to occur continually at a constant level, with some fluctuations. A family influence is possible through learned behaviour or an hereditary factor. Panic attacks can arise spontaneously without warning. A sense of doom can fall upon the sufferer. Often there's a fear of heart attack, as chest pains are common. Breathing is also difficult at times. From experience, I believe that panic attacks are linked to experience or experiences in early life. For example, I worked with a young man who had panics at home. As we worked through the exercises, all was revealed. At home, as a young child, he had experienced a ghost in his room. It now made sense to both of us. Agoraphobia, often pronounced agoraphobia, stems usually from a single panic attack. This leads to a fearful avoidance of places similar to where the first panic occurred. Consequently, this avoidance can cause the state to worsen. Some social anxieties may also lead to a form of agoraphobia. Social and performance anxieties are where people are afraid of social situations due to a mixture of fears about what others may think of them. Often these anxieties result from humiliation that resulted in personal discomfort. Blushing often goes hand in hand with it. Phobias generally result from being frightened by a thing, situation or creature. As time passes, the original incident fades from memory. However, a repeat of the stimulus recreates the feeling of panic and fear. Many phobias relate directly to things that could be life-threatening, such as snakes or poisonous spiders. Some other fears make little obvious sense, but must have a reason. To reflect. Anxieties often stem from a specific experience, sometimes forgotten from the past. The experience is stored subconsciously and can reappear and recreate the original feelings and negative thoughts. Anxiety and fear are common to us all. When confronted with a danger, we feel fear. When thinking about a potential threat, we can feel some anxiety. This becomes chronic when it is lodged in your subconscious and happens outside your conscious control. But remember, yes, you can overcome your anxiety. This is the second in the series of my videos that will help you to understand anxiety and discover ways to overcome them. Thank you for watching and listening. Watch out for video 3, where we'll explore some of the specific anxiety types.